Nightlights is a respite care program for families who have children with special needs. Each child, the child with special needs and the siblings, are paired one-on-one with a trained background-checked volunteer, and they just get to hang out with that volunteer or that buddy for 3.5 hours while the parents go do something outside of the building. I'm Kristen Stedman, the founder and executive director of Nightlights, and I have 2 kids. My son is 7, and his name is Zach, and he has multiple disabilities. And I have a daughter, her name is Caitlin, and she is 11. She plays a lot of soccer. She's very bright, very compassionate girl. And my husband, and we've been married for almost 18 years. Nightlights came about just from my own journey of raising my 2 kids. Colorado ranks 48th in the nation for providing respite care for families who have children with special needs. And when Zach was about 6 months old, we started to realize that he wasn't meeting his milestones, and we started doing a lot of testing and stuff when he was about 10 months old, and we still don't have an overlying diagnosis. And there's just not a lot of help out there. So my husband and I couldn't get away for a date night, we couldn't get away for a break, and it was really just taking a toll on our marriage and on our family structure. If we were going through it and we had a good family structure, knowing that so many other families in Colorado were going through the same thing, and just wanting to know how can we help to meet some of the needs in the community.
Starting over here, we have Penny and her twin sister Cece, and they're both 9. This is my wife Jenny. Here I have Elliot, who's 4. I'm Matt, and over here we have Max, who's just about to turn 11.
This is Cece. She's also 9 years old. She's 1 minute younger than me, and she choked on a piece of fruit when she was little, and she has a green wheelchair, and she's awesome.
I heard about Nightlights from a friend who has a special needs child as well, who'd heard about it, I think from a pamphlet from another friend. And so we got the process started. The girls are 9 now, and I think that they were 3 when we started.
Nightlights for us gives us an opportunity to spend a little bit of time together without the kids. Not that we don't love being with them. We just, it's a good chance for us to reconnect for an evening and just be able to talk most of the time.
It's often our only time out. Don't underestimate the power of respite. If you can get it, because if you don't have any respite, something's gonna go. You just don't know what it is. So you need a break. And the other thing that's important is your siblings need to connect with other kids with special needs and their siblings, because it's important for them too to have community that understands what our families look like, because we don't look like all the other kids at school. For parents with special needs kids, I think it's important to learn how to leave your kids with somebody and know that they'll be okay, and you can get a break, and you don't have to worry all the time, and you can really let it go for a while, and your kids will have a great time. You don't have to worry about them.
It absolutely is a support group for the siblings. I think a lot of really great relationships have come from that, and I think it's important that those siblings know, hey, you can take a break too. I would say there's a couple of really big needs. Because we're a nonprofit, we always need funds to help keep our overhead and the insurance and background checks going. If the state were to provide the respite care that we provide, it would cost over $70,000 a year. But we provide it for free to our families. And it costs about $5,000 per site per year to keep it running. And then that's not including the administrative cost with our staff and other people that we have to take care of at that executive level. Volunteers is another huge need. We are limited as to the number of kids we can take each evening by the number of volunteers we have. So we have multiple times had to turn families away the night of Nightlights because we don't have enough volunteers. This is a long journey being a parent, but being a parent of a child with special needs is particularly challenging. It can be really isolating. Parents of kids with special needs tend to have more depression and more health issues. So any type of break or any type of self-care that someone can get is really worth it, even if it's 3.5 hours once a month. I am incredibly blessed to be able to do what I do and be the executive director of Nightlights, and I would love to have you join us on this journey and help to support these families.